front here to be much more flexible. So quite often with the shoes that we wear, we've got quite tight toe boxes for the majority of shoes. So it means that our toes get squeezed in the way. And when you think that your sciatic nerves come out into your big toe, both branches of sciatic nerves come out in your big toe and your little toe, you want to make sure that you've got as much movement and space for them as possible. So shaking hands with them in the morning. You can go from underneath or you can go from on top. Once you've done that with one foot, we're going to do a little bit of fascia release for in between our toes. So we're going to do this one where we track up and we find where our toes actually start from the bone halfway up the midfoot. And then we're going to just press down between the bones all the way to where your toes emerge at the bottom. So you can press down or you can slide your finger. So just getting some movement into this fascia here. Sometimes it can feel quite tight in here. So if it feels too tight, you can just press with your finger lightly, take a breath, and then press a little bit deeper. And so we're just trying to release that. It's like having a dam. Well, there's the way I always describe fascia, which you've all probably heard before. It's like having a dam on a river, and you're just slowly pressing it until it gives way and the fluid can come back. The river can continue to flow. So it's similar with fascia, or with this kind of the superficial connective fascia anyway. Now they're thinking everything is fascia. So once you've done one foot, we're going to swap over and do the other foot. So exactly the same. So we're going to place our fingers between our toes. I'm going the opposite way from the way I usually go on this foot, just because I should. And then we're going to move the top foot of this top part of this foot about. So you can move your toes up and down. You can move your foot side to side. You can move it around in a circle. Just have a little bit of a play with it. Good. Excellent. And once that's feeling nice and warmed up, then we're going to do our fascia release. And we're going to start by just pressing down again or sliding. Just find what feels good for your feet. Good. Super slowly. I hope you've got lots of fun things planned for the weekend. I forgot that Monday's a holiday for the kids here. Monday's a holiday. Did anybody else know that? I had no idea. I have you guys, and then I've booked in loads of clients, and I have 2 small children running about. Totally sleeping through it. So just make sure we're moving this fascia. So mine's really tight at this little toe down here. So just pressing and releasing. Okay, then from here, we are going to come to lying down on our backs with our knees bent and our feet flat on the floor. So the first thing we're going to do here is just a little bit of breathing to warm up our back muscles and warm up our abdominal muscles, and just to make sure there's no residual tightness. So don't worry too much about finding your neutral pelvis just now, but do make sure that your ribcage starts off heavy on the floor. Hands are just going to be by your side. As we inhale, we're going to roll down. So I'm just going to explain what we're doing while you're getting into position and things as well. So as we inhale, we're going to roll down our pelvis towards the very tip top of your coccyx. So your back will arch off the floor. As you exhale, you're going to curl your pelvis underneath, really tucking your pelvis underneath, as if you're trying to pull your coccyx right up underneath your body. So your lower back will come into the floor. So it's inhale, roll all the way down your coccyx so your body arches off the floor. And then exhale, you're going to curl your coccyx underneath it. You're tucking your tail between your legs, lower back comes into the floor. You're trying to keep your knees, so you're not going to move your knees while you're doing this. So as you inhale and arch all the way down through your spine, you're going to make sure your knees stay parallel to each other. So you're not going to open your knees up the way or move them about. And then as we exhale, it's tucking that tailbone underneath. And we're just going to do about another 3 of these. So really opening up through your coccyx. So arching on the inhale, really widening your rib cage. And as you exhale and your rib cage comes back into the center, you're going to curl your coccyx underneath. This is a natural movement that our pelvis makes when we're breathing, but we're highly exaggerating it, obviously, here. Good. And sometimes we can get stuck with too much tension in one of the other areas, either in the abdominals or in the back muscles. So one more. So on this last one, you're going to inhale when you're ready, when you get that inhalation. And as you exhale, you're going to come back to a nice neutral pelvis. Good. Then from here, we're going to stretch our legs really long along the mat. So we're going to have our feet hip distance apart. Neutral pelvis, rib cage heavy on the floor. We're going to dorsiflex our feet. We want to make sure that we've got a little bend or our knees are soft so that we don't hyperextend through the backs of our knees so our heels pop off the floor. We want our heels connected to the floor. We want to feel like we're pulling our heels back towards our body, so almost like you're pushing off the side of a swimming pool. Hands are just going to be by your side for this first warm-up one. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, wherever you feel comfortable. I'd like you to feel your shoulder blades nice and wide on the floor. Gaze towards the ceiling, relax your jaw. We're going to do 3 nice slow breaths and an apnea breath here. We're going to use the breathing 3 and 6, and we're going to hold for 10 for these first 2. Ready to inhale. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. If your palms were facing up, you can turn your hands to your palms face down and vice versa. If they were facing down, turn them to face up. We want to feel the heaviness of your arms on the floor this time. So feeling like we're engaging with our arms and almost feel like you're trying to pull your fingertips away from your body, keeping the back of your rib cage on the floor. We're going to do 3 nice slow breaths again, and then another hold for 10. Ready to inhale. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose and pause. Now slowly start to open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we're going to cross our right leg over our left leg at the ankle. We're making sure here that we're still dorsiflexing these feet and we still have slightly soft knees. We're going to take our right hand so it's directly in front of our body or in front of our chest, facing up towards the palm, facing up towards the ceiling, and take the back of the left hand and place it on that right palm. So now both your palms are facing away from you, but you've got your hands connected. Now, I want you to imagine that you've got 2 bags of sugar on top of these hands. So you're holding them up. So you're feeling that tension in your arms. And then we're going to bring arms, still keeping that tension all the way down towards our pelvis. We're going to do 3 nice slow breaths here. And then during the apnea breath, we're going to move our hands slowly with purpose up above our heads, holding for a count of 12 this time. So ready to inhale. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and move your hands for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. Exhaling, swapping your feet over and swapping your hands over. So this time, when we start to move our hands up during that apnea breath, I would like you to feel like the stretch is coming from your feet. So you're not going to be stretching from your shoulders up. As you bring your hands up into your 3rd position, up slightly above your head, I want you to really feel like you're pulling from the underneath of your feet, all the way back through the back of your body, all the way up to your hands. So you get this feeling of stretch through the whole body. Okay, let's do it again. Ready to inhale, yeah? Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and move your hands for 12, 11, 10. Remember to stretch from your feet. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we're going to swap our legs, but this time we're going to take our right leg and we're going to put the foot from our right leg on the outside of our left knee. Good. Okay, so we're going to dorsiflex the fully extended leg, keeping it slightly soft still, and the other foot is flat on the floor. We want to try and make sure our pelvis is as neutral as we can get it here, and then we're going to have our hands in first position to begin. So fingers pointing in towards the top of your pelvis. Think about that tensioning. Open your shoulder blades wide, armpits draw towards your hips, drawing back with your heel towards your pelvis. Relax your jaw. We're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths here, and then during our apnea breath, we're going to move our left arm up into our third position. So ready to inhale. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Feel the length. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and move that left arm up with purpose for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we're going to swap our legs over. So we're going to go the opposite way. Good. Hands back into your first position. Nice wide shoulder blades on the floor. Dorsiflexing the foot that's extended. Armpits draw towards your hips. And let's begin. Ready to inhale. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and move your right hand up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we're going to bring both our legs up this time so they're hip distance apart. We're going to dorsiflex our feet. We want to make sure that our legs are far enough away so when we dorsiflex, we've got a nice comfortable dorsiflexion. Hands are going to be in first position again to begin. We're going to do 3 nice slow breaths, and then during the apnea breath to start with, we are going to extend our left side nice and long. So during the apnea, you're going to lengthen your left leg and lengthen your left arm up. So you're feeling this beautiful length here, but you've still got this contraction on the right side. And then we're going to swap and do the other side. So hands starting first, dorsiflex these feet. Think about neutral pelvis. Armpits draw towards your hips. Relax your jaw. Let's begin. Ready to inhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold it static till the apnea. 1, 2, 3. We'll do the extension in a minute. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and stretch your left side out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back in. So relax your feet just for a second. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing on the left side. We're going to work the left side, but this time as we inhale, we're going to stretch our left side out. As we exhale, we're going to draw it in. So just working with that left side still. And then when we do the apnea breath, we're also going to lengthen on the apnea breath. And then when we take our first inhale here, we're going to point everything and stretch everything out. So you've got this nice lengthening here. I'll talk you through it, don't worry. So we're going to move on the inhale. extend on the inhale. So ready to inhale. Inhale, extend. 1, 2, 3. Draw it back in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. A nice quiet core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs, stretching out for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Stretch your hand, point your toes, lengthen. And then when you're ready to exhale, coming back into the position, and we're going to start on the right side. So remember, static for the first one, then moving for the second one. So ready to inhale here. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and lengthen the right side for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back down. So we're going to go with the lengthening this time. So right side is lengthening on each inhale. So ready to inhale. Inhale, lengthen. 1, 2, 3. Draw it back in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and stretch that right side out for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Lengthen your toes. Lengthen your hand. Just really lengthen through that whole side. And then bring it back into the center. Good. Release your feet for a minute. You can pull your knees in towards your chest for a minute. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. So for the next one, we're going to do some twisting of this side anyway. So we're going to bring our knees together, our feet together, squeeze them in towards the side. And this will loosen off any tightness you're starting to develop in your back from lying down for so long. We're going to take our hands out towards a T position to give you a little bit of extra support. Now, as we inhale, we're going to take both our knees glued together over to one side. And the object of this is to use our obliques in here. So we're using these muscles in here to really wake them up and make them fire better when we do our apnea breath. So when we come over to this side here, as we exhale, we want to draw it back and really feel like you're drawing from your oblique muscles back in towards the center. We want to make sure your shoulder and your rib cage try and stay on the floor as much as you can. 3 breaths over, inhale over, exhale back, and then an apnea breath in the center. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so starting in the middle, squeezes and the thighs together. Ready to inhale. Inhale over. 1, 2, 3. Draw it back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, guys. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and dorsiflex your feet if you want to for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale the other way. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and dorsiflex your feet if you want to for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, take your legs to hip distance apart again. So this time we're going to take our right foot and we're going to place it on our left knee. Good. We're going to dorsiflex both our feet. So the one on the floor and the one in the air, both dorsiflexed. We're going to bring our right knee over our body and place our left hand on our right thigh. So we're trying to keep our hips as square as possible, but we're also trying to keep our shoulders as square as possible. And they won't be completely square because we're going to have to push over this way. So we're pushing into our thigh with our hand, and at the same time we're pushing with our thigh into our hand. So we've got this beautiful kind of tension loop here. The other hand is in third position up above your head. Relax your jaw, everything's dorsiflexing. Draw that heel on the floor back towards your sit bones. Keep your pelvis neutral, ready to inhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale. Yes, you've got it. Swap to the other side. Good. So exactly the same thing here. You're going to bring the left leg over, place the right hand on this thigh, press into the thigh, press into the knee, and left hand comes into third position. Both legs, feet dorsiflexed, ready to inhale. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, pull both your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. So brief interlude. We're going to place both our feet back on the floor for our piece de resistance. So we're going to do a nice bridge today. Hands are flat on the floor. Good. So we want to feel like we're active to begin with. So we feel like we're pulling our heels back towards our sit bones lightly. We want to feel like we're pulling our fingertips towards our heels lightly. We want to feel like we're pressing the backs of our arms into the floor lightly. We want to feel the backs of the shoulder blades nice and wide on the floor. We're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths here, and then our apnea breath. And we're going to come up into our bridge position during the apnea. Ready to inhale here. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs first. Then tilt your pelvis a little so your tailbone tucks under. Then press your knees over your feet in the front, coming up into your bridge position. Once you come to your bridge position, you can dorsiflex your feet if you would like to, and you can bring your hands over the top of your head if you would like to. Hold until you need to inhale. And when you need to inhale, inhale here. Feel the stretch. And then exhale, your hands come down. You release your knees, release your feet. Good, excellent. We've got time for one more. So let's do one more here. Ready to inhale. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs. Tilt your pelvis. Press your knees over your feet in the front. You're aiming for knees, hips, shoulders. Make sure they're in a nice line. You can dorsiflex your feet. You can bring your hands over the top if you would like to. Still think about dragging those heels back towards those sit bones if you want to add some more glute work. When you need to inhale, you can inhale in position, really stretch it out. Exhale, bring your hands down, release your knees, release your feet, pull your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a nice rock from side to side. And then we're going to roll over and come into a child's pose just to release our back muscles because we've been lying down the whole time. So come on to 4 fours, sit back into your child's pose, and you can either have your hands stretched out or you can bring your hands down by your heels. And just do 3 nice big slow breaths here. Super slowly, really breathing into these back muscles because they've not had as much space as they usually have because they've been on the floor. Good. Well done, everybody. Well done, Annabelle, for adapting as we went. Really good. So I was asked a question. I'm just going to answer the question now. So if you find that the breathing is too quick for you when I'm talking, then you can either do what Michelle does, because Michelle just ignores me half the time and she does her 4 and 8 breathing. So she'll do 2 breaths and then the apnea breath rather than doing 3 and 6. And I encourage you, if you're finding the breathing too quick, to just do 2 breaths, slower breaths, and then do the apnea breath. So sometimes the 3 and 6 breathing is too fast for people, and you're much more comfortable with a 4 and 8 breath. And if that is the case, do your 4 and 8 breath or your 4 and 6 breath and take it super slowly into your apnea breath. Don't feel like you need to rush the breath. The reason for this is if you feel like you're rushing the breath, then what happens is that your nervous system gets all kind of fight or flight, and that's the opposite of what we're trying to do. So we're trying to really get your nervous system, your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, to balance. So if they're balanced, that means our pelvic floor is going to be innervated as much as it needs to be. It means that our hormones are going to be regulated properly. There's so much good stuff that goes on. So if you feel that you're panicking your way through the breathing, don't. Just ignore me. Do 2 nice big slow breaths, and then when we do the apnea breath, do the apnea breath all together. It's hard in a class situation to get the breathing right for everyone. So I kind of pick the middle ground at 3 and 6, but you can go for a 2 and 4 breath. You can try a 4 and 8 breath, but if you find the 8 exhales too long, you can do a 4 and a 6, and that will still take you to the apnea breath at the same time as us. So just remember to go at your own pace. Any other questions? I hope that answers that question. So any other questions at all from anybody? Any thoughts? Well, we're back on Monday, so we're back on the holidays. I'm totally locked out of that. So we're back at 7:10 in the morning and then 9:30 as well. So we've got 2 classes on Monday. So please do come to both if you're off. And yeah, my children will probably be running about everywhere. So it'll be ace.